Hello folks, welcome to Legacy IS Academy. In this video, we'll be discussing current affair video presented to you by your faculty Sushma KP. So what is the topic that we will be discussing today? What does the resignation of N Biren Singh mean for Manipur state's future? So as it is, Manipur's CM N Biren Singh has resigned, and what could that mean for the state is what we will be discussing. In this video, we'll be discussing as to why is it news, what is the relevance of it to UPSC, that is a GS paper 1 and 2. We will see what is the Manipur violence. We will also be discussing about what the state or your center can do. At the end, we will be discussing a mains question. Look at this. Any hope of bringing normalcy back to Manipur now rests with the ability of the authorities to expeditiously investigate and bring the perpetrators of the violence. What does that mean? See, as explained, the Chief Minister of Manipur has resigned. Okay. Now, when you see Manipur is a part of your northeast, we have other states also which has violence going on. For example, let's say Nagaland. But one thing specific about your Manipur ka violence is here the perpetrators as well as the victims of the violence are both the common people. Why? Because they feel like they are at, because let's say because of the inaction of the center, inaction of the state, or a particular favoritism towards a particular community has led the people believe that they have to defend themselves and there is no other way. For example, a mother of three was raped, killed. These kind of violences have become a occurrence on a daily basis. Many of them have cited and claimed that this has been long overdue. This had to happen when the Manipur violence started, but didn't happen. This resignation has to happen when more than 250 people were killed, but it didn't happen. This had to happen, the resignation had to happen when the Kuki women were raped and murdered, but it didn't happen. But at least now it has happened. They are telling that this will now mean that one step of normalcy can be brought in. So, what exactly happened? Look at this. There was multiple instances of rape, especially on the Kuki women. More than 250 people were killed. More than Why was this happening and what is the relationship with the chief minister resigning? One example I'll give you. Let's take Impal Valley, where two tribes ka we will take one example. One is your Meitei community, another is your Kuki community. Now this is in majority. The so-called chief minister that we are talking about belongs to this majority community. This particular section saw this person as a villain or someone who was always constantly against them and only favoring them. How can we tell that? See, there was this thing called a suspension of operations agreement. Now, this is more of like a ceasefire. Okay, but only for this community, they suspended that. Whereas at that point, these people were almost having a free roll call. So much so that, look at this particular organization, Arambai Tengol, was running that place, committing atrocities against your Kuki tribe. So much so that they made the Meitei legislatures attend their meeting. They are more like a section of people. It's more like an organization where they speak for and they speak in getting more favors for the Meitei community. Now, this Meitei community, what we are telling, their non-tribal section is also there. And majority of them are in your Impal Valley, and more of your 40 of the state's legislatures are from here only. And the chief minister also has been held that your AFSA should be, that is your Armed Forces Special Powers Act, should be reduced or completely removed from your Impal Valley, which would it affects your Meitei section more, is what he has claimed. And also there is very limited actions taken on almost 10,000 FIRs that were launched. The peace organizations could not even the peace organization could not even begin their work. At the same point of time comes the resignation of the governor of your Manipur, who was IAS of cadre of your Assam Meghalaya region. Yeah, so this also brought in scenarios where yes, Manipur ka violence is soaking in bloodbath. Why is this happening? People started attributing it for state's failure, your center's inaction, and also judicial delays, all leading to what? Breakdown of constitutional machineries. So this was how the scenario was going towards. So what this state, that is your center, could do now is to bring back normalcy in Manipur state. Is for first thing is impose president's rule, and your AFSA should be imposed throughout the state in a uniform manner. And also they have to begin with the demobilization of the certain groups whose whole objective is to bring about violence. Now, despite all this, if you see, this is Impal Valley, how beautiful it looks, but how has it become? Now, look at this about your Impal Valley. It is dominated by the non-tribal Meitei group. They form the 64 population of the group, and also they have 40 legislatures coming from this particular area. Another area of difference between them is the asking of ST category for this non-tribal Métis. Who recommended the state to consider giving the tag to the non-tribal Métis. It provoked a lot of anger against the other communities, claiming that they are already developed and you giving them ST status would mean that they will take away all our lands, our education, employment opportunities will also be taken away. Now, this section is claiming that when Manipur was integrated into India, at that point of time itself, the tag that you integrated was that we were tribals. And also, if you see with respect to the census, 2011 census itself, we have a percentage of people reducing very badly. And we need the SC tag to promote our language, culture, land, ancestry, etc. Even in our recognized languages, we have Meitei people ka language of Manipuri. So this is also another major area of differences that they are having. So presently what has happened in the state is the failure of machinery. Now if you take the concept of failure of machinery, your Dr. B.R. Ambedkar had used this to reference the 1935 Act, wherein he said it is complete collapse of governance. That's what has happened presently with respect to your Manipur in the present day situation, which is why people are claiming that the experts are claiming that president's rule has to be imposed, AFSA has to be imposed to bring in back some sort of normalcy in the state. This is what is apparently people, experts, etc., are claiming to be happening in the state: constitutional failure, judicial delays, and government inaction. Despite 27 hearings by the Supreme Court, still it is held that there is a delay in the judicial system. Now, look at this. Let's look at a possible mains question from this topic. Bring out the factors responsible for the recent ethnic violence in Manipur. How has it impacted the social fabric of this state? Like they have to depend, they when the people of the state feel like they have to defend themselves, they become the victims as well as the perpetrators. That is the exact example of what is happening now in the Manipur area. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button and share it along with your friends. Thank you.